For real.
Now, Madison, like, Madison and you, like, I really love you guys together. I think, like, you have, like, that bond that everybody watches, and I'm like, oh my god, that's me, my best friend. Like, that's me, my best friend. You know what I mean? Like they see that in your friendship.
Aww.
When did you know on set? Because, like, from what we understand, you know, from the auditioning process, you girls were, like, you know, best friends, you know, in their, like, swimwear. You were, like, tight like that.
Right.
And then, like, I saw this scene that you guys filmed where you're kind of like, get in there, you know, show them you can sing and all that stuff. That got cut, obviously, but I rewatched that scene maybe 7 times on YouTube because I was like, oh, the performance. Like, mastering the emotion.
Yeah.
And Maddie said that that's really, like, where you guys bonded. Do you have, like, any moments from filming season 1 that you felt like, oh my god, this was, like, such a bonding experience? Like, whether that was, like, a fun moment in, like, your apartments while filming or on set. Does any moment, like, stand out to you?
Right. I do agree with Madison that particular scene did make us make our friendship like, this is my best friend, and like definitely
stronger,
brought us closer, just because like it was different from our particular relationship, because we are so goofy and we're all silly and stuff, and so that kind of brought us to like a serious moment. But I feel like me and Madison bonded from day one. Because even after, when I literally, at the chemistry read, we got each other's numbers and Snapchats.
Yeah.
And at the audition, and we didn't even know I got it yet. Like, we literally, it was just crazy, because I was like, we were already expecting each other to be friends. Like, we were already like, oh, this is going to be my friend.
Wherever this goes, we're going to be best
Exactly.
friends.
And then when I booked the role, she actually told me that I booked the role.
Really?
She called me. Kenny called my mom. And then Kenny talked to my mom, and then he was like, okay, well, I'm gonna have Madison tell her. And so I'm like right there, I'm like, tell me what.
Yeah.
And then Madison's like, see you in Vancouver, bestie. And I'm oh my gosh, and I start crying. But yeah, and I feel like that kind of just was like, oh my gosh. But I do feel like from our, you know, typical goofy, silly, you know, funny relationship that we have, I do feel like that scene particularly did make us closer. 100%.
Yeah. It was an incredible scene. If you guys haven't watched it, if you've watched the show but haven't seen this scene, it comes right after Julie runs out from the music room because she kind of misses her last chance to perform for her class in order to stay in the music program. And it's like, you guys channel these emotions where you're kind of like desperate at this point. You're just kind of like, we've been over this like so many times. Like, what is going to get you to play music? And Julie's just like at her breaking point where she's just kind of like, I'm done. I've done this too many times. Right. It is gut-wrenching and Emmy Award deserving, I think. So, Emmys. Tune in.
Emmys. Jadah Marie, Madison Reyes. Jadah Marie. Like,
best performance.
For
We'd
real.
love to see it. We'd love to see it.
Oh my gosh, thank you.
But yeah, season 1, Julie and the Phantoms, your character, Flynn, is kind of scrambling to get her friend together. You know, obviously Julie lost her mother, and she's just scrambling to get her together, get her confidence back, because Flynn exudes confidence and sass, and she's like, kind of like, where's that with you? You know, like, you're kind of not giving me the same energy right now. You're kind of, you know, down on yourself. And then Julie gets a band of Hollister models to kind of like be her ghost band, and they kind of create this cool chemistry. See, Flynn gets kind of disappointed because she's like, I've been working on you for so long, and now you're with this band.
Right.
How was that like for you, like through the entire first season? And what are your hopes for season 2? Because Kenny said last podcast episode, get ready, because we're writing the continuity of the characters right now. We don't know what's going to happen exactly, but get ready. So what would be your hopes for a character moving into season 2? What would you hope would be her narrative?
Ooh, I'm hoping that Flynn becomes the best manager on the planet, and they hopefully do not replace me. Replace me.
Oh, with that woman at the performance?
I know y'all see her.
Yeah.
I know y'all see her.
Yeah.
Trying to replace me. Like, no. But no, actually, I kind of just see more just music from Flynn and Julie. Maybe a little, you know, a little descendant space moment between Maddie and me. And then just like a little, just like duet, or maybe something with the band. More dance breaks though. I love dancing. I love the choreography. I love Kenny Ortega's choreography and everything. Like,
one thing that I found interesting, I was doing like a little bit of research on Flynn, because I was like, I'm trying to get some backstory on the character. And I know for me as an actor, whenever I get like a script and I get a character and I don't get like that much backstory on the character, I gotta create this like not canon backstory on the character, just to get me in that mindset of like how I would be. Have you ever created non-canon like kind of backstory to your character? Like, does she have siblings? Like, what kind of household she comes from? Like, have you ever thought about that going into Julie and the Phantoms?
I definitely kind of give off middle child vibes from Flynn, just because, like, you know what? Sorry, but just because, you know, like, she's just like the type of person that, you know, like, loves to stand out. And I feel like maybe she doesn't get that at home, maybe. So she just, like, her personality just makes it, like, that she, you know what I mean? Because I feel like she is the oldest and has, like, a lot of younger siblings. Or she has a lot of older siblings and has, like, a lot of younger siblings. But I just feel like Flynn is just maybe at home just not really that shining star that she is outside of home. You know what I mean? Kind of gives me her feel. So I kind of just interpreted that, but I also just gave her the backstory of just the supporting best friend that I would be to my best friend. Just somebody that everybody needs. You know what I mean? Not particularly just like, you know, like a whole backstory, just getting that emotion of it and just making sure like my duties and what I need to get through is getting my best friend what she needs to do and getting her to that place where she can heal. That's basically what I was just going for. Yeah.
Yeah, she gives me Leo vibes for sure.
Very much Leo vibes.
Very much Leo vibes.
Or Leo rising. Like, something. But she's definitely a Leo. I agree with that.
She gives me the best energy.